Wagwan, good morning, friends, fellow investors. Wow, we are in a bit for a big treat. First off, Happy New Year's. And let's get straight into the blockchain today. So, Bitcoin has done its big move. Altcoins are now in a big shit show. So, how are we supposed to feel about it? Truthfully, I'm feeling a little bit discouraged, but I still have faith in the blockchain long term. Short term right now, very, very discomforting with these negative gains in the market. Like Bitcoin, it was doing good. September 2025, Bitcoin hit $126,000. Today, February 1st, even a couple days before, but now it's just setting into the economy, the world. We have negative numbers across the board, 126 to 75K Bitcoin. Even Ethereum and Solana from August and September, Ethereum went from $4,900 to $2,100. Solana, $253, didn't even get to its all-time high. Couldn't even get up there. Now, $100 Solana. The total three. Everyone knows the total three. All the altcoins instead of Bitcoin. We love it. 1.19 trillion market cap. Trillion. We thought we was going to have an alt season. We thought the bull market was going to be higher. Bitcoin dominance was going to go lower. And we were there. We were there. But now we're sitting at 736 billion today. We seeing a nice little rebound in the market after this shit show from January. But I can say we have lots and lots of innovation still happening. Lots and lots of liquidity, cash flow, laws, regulations coming in to the world that's on our side. Hopefully, everyone was prepared for this move. Probably not. Even I wasn't prepared. I was watching it happen in real time. And you had to just be looking at it in real time to actively do something about your portfolio or your next move and not to waste any capital. I never forget that, this started in 2009. So it's only been a little over 15 years and it's still going strong. So we can't, just stay discouraged. The trend has been confirmed, bearish. The real question is this the end? Is this the end of the bull market? It was a wonderful 4 years. Nice continuation. Always, and since what? We had 2022. We started this, the bottom of 2022, it happened. 23, 24, 25, 26. I mean, it's lining up, 2026 might be start of the bear market, but we can't say, because I definitely can't say. Why can't I? Because 70K Bitcoin has not been breached. Like the last all-time high, from 69,000 when we crashed. That little nice level, it was around 69,000, 70,000, but I always keep it at that 70,000 level just to keep it like a nice hole, like that number, plus the lucky 7, why not? And then I feel like that 70,000 mark, as soon as we break that and we can't reach it again, that's when everything's just done. The bull market is done. So I just keep my emotions in check. I feel like I can't really dollar cost average right now. I do want to, but I feel more comfortable. The same money I was going to, the same capital, I would dollar cost average. I would just keep it in my crypto account in USDT or C or just straight fiat. It doesn't hurt to just be patient, wait it out to the next move, because even you'll never know when, no, you will, but you have to wait. You know, certain rebounds might happen in bear trends, just like certain downtrends might happen in uptrends. So we have to be careful that, okay, this 5-10% today isn't just, you know, a small little fake out, and it's going to continue the bear trend that it's already been doing, and because it hasn't finished yet. So I have to, you know, wait. And this comes the TA, technical analysis, and I love it. We love the fundamental analysis. It's every day, fundamentals, but technical analysis, you can pinpoint some things and the timing of some things, and just like the strength of the next move, the flow, the momentum, you know, how hard it's going to be, how long. And that's why right now it would be key to just be patient, maybe study up on some technical analysis. You already know fundamental analysis. That probably runs, you know, every day. Your social media, news, you hear about blockchain, technology, laws and regulations. That's all fundamental analysis, and that's wonderful. But that doesn't affect the technical analysis that much, okay? Just maybe a tiny bit, but when the move is happening and it's strong, you have to go with the move. Don't go against it, or you'll lose a lot of money. You know, with eight years of, well, not 8 years, but 10 years of, you know, experience in this space, but 5 years being actively trading and investing, and actually been pretty good. You know, I've done well, as I can say. I wish I, you know, was in it sooner and paid attention sooner, but this is an amazing experience, and I think everyone could learn from this technology. So let's not get emotional. Why shouldn't we get emotional? Well, we don't want to lose money. The number one rule as an investor, I say, is risk what you afford to lose, but also make sure you have the knowledge, you know, make sure you have the goodwill to actually learn what this space is all about. Yeah, so we're about finance, and we want to make, you know, we want to make them gains. We want to have a 50x. We want to turn $100 into 1,000. We turn that $1,000 into $100,000. But if you don't know what you're buying and don't know what's going on and how the mathematical stuff work, you know, like what is the blockchain? You know, this is all coding. This is all programming, and this is going to be the next, you know, financial sector, I say. And it's already showing real good signs, institutional signs. So I have very good faith in, you know, the short term, and especially the long term aspect of blockchain technology. So on that note, the certain sectors inside, you know, the blockchain, if you don't know, I'll just say a couple, like real world assets, gaming, AI, what else? DePIN, decentralized finance. I remember back in the day, you know, back in the early 2020s, we had Rebase, we had just these D-apps. It was like D-app central, you know, and that phase of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology will come back. I used to go on Avalanche, you know, the actual network, Avalanche, and I used to, you know, go on these D-apps, and I used to make money off it. I used to deposit a little bit of money, or play a game and earn rewards and stuff like that. And you could actually send it to your account, cash out to like AVAX, or whether it was on Solana, whether it was on Ethereum, and you could sell it for fiat and you could spend that. And that's where the fun comes in. This is where the real finance part come in, especially on the mining part. Everyone loves mining. If you haven't gotten to mining, obviously it costs a lot, and it's energy wise, so you're depending on what you get, you're paying a nice little small fee a month of electricity. But you long term, the value of what you're mining always will outweigh the electricity, because the bull market will always come back around, and that's key. It's a time waiting game. As long as you have time on your side and dedication and just commitment to the space, to technology, to innovation, it'll be okay. You won't lose. So always DCA, risk what you afford, risk what you can afford to lose, and have fun. Have fun. Don't be emotional. Don't leave. Don't leave yet. A bear market was always supposed to happen. And even if we have a rebound and like maybe to, I don't know, 80, 90K, I don't know, maybe even 100,000. I have no idea. I'm just waiting for the next signal on the charts so I can respectively move my capital and where the blockchain wants to go. If the blockchain wants to, bleed out and go to a bear market, then my job is to learn about how to short these assets, on perpetuals and with, good leverage, not, just nice leverage that I won't get liquidated and I won't have to watch my margins and stuff like that every single hour of the day, or if it's a bull market still and it's one last push, maybe it'll be a double top, maybe it'll be an all-time high, but I just don't see that happening right now. I don't. The signals aren't showing, and I won't be taking that risk. It's just too bearish. We're so close to our major support level. Yes, it's a major buy level, but if it's just going to fake me out, I don't want to take that risk. I'd rather just stack fiat, and when I know a real confirmation is happening where it's going to be like to the moon, at least to like back to 126,000, then I know altcoins will follow Bitcoin, or in Ethereum will follow Bitcoin, and everything else will follow. But speculating right now will lose you money. We have to stay, educated. We have to stay reasonable, very reasonable in these times, because you don't want to be the person who's, saying, oh, bull market, and all signs point to, okay, it might still be a bull market, but it's ending. You know what I'm saying? So better to be safe than sorry. But don't just always be on the sidelines, keep on watching from the sidelines, stay vigilant. Always be like, okay, this is happening, I'll come back next week, and and if this is happening still, boom, this is what I'll do. But if this is happening, I'll do this. You see? It's so easy, and this is how you make money long term. But always you have to, keep it in. You have to make sure you accumulate. You gotta have a plan. If you don't have any capital when the move is happening, then you just wasted your move. So always be ready for the next move. Always enjoy blockchain technology. Always enjoy, the gaming aspect, the AI, artificial intelligence, the DPIN. And if you don't know about DPIN, it's like using, like the power from, I'm not gonna go in depth this time, but it's lovely. It's a lovely thing. And we're all a community, and I think we can overcome all this together. And even our meme coins, the communities, and they're pretty big. Meme coins, they're huge. I love my, no, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna mention anything about meme coins, but they're lovely. I even buy some myself, and it does wonderful, but you have to be in the community. You have to love it. And also watch the liquidity. Always watch the liquidity in meme coins. If it's, sometimes they need to be locked or a lot and out for like at least a week or a month, to where I'm like, all right, wow, okay, this is a community with potential that I see. It runs hard. So don't be discouraged. Dollar cost average. Get yourself a nice little tablet or computer. We all have our phones, but get yourself something that where you can use more decentralized apps and use more networks, to where you can, play games, use artificial intelligence, maybe even mine a little bit, and check out more websites too. It's a lot of websites that, like one that I like, that I'll leave you off with, is Rank.io. Yes, Rank.io. And I'm not going to I might leave a link in the description of this video. So if you go to Rank.io, that is like my number one, whatever crypto come out, that's like, I don't know, usually gaming. I love my gaming, so I go to Rank.io, but it has a lot more, many cryptocurrencies that come out. So have a wonderful day. Happy New Year's. It's February 1st, 2026. Don't miss out on the next opportunity. If it is a bear market, then, you can still dollar cost average, but maybe dollar cost average a little bit less until we get to a bottom around maybe 30 to 40K, maybe around there. If we ever get there, I don't know. If we ever get to 30,000 or 35, 40,000, maybe we need to, dollar cost average heavy, a little bit more heavier. But right now, it's like all speculation. This is traders territory. Whoever shorted this move did an amazing job. Whoever caught this move did an amazing job, but we want the next move up, and that might not be until 2027, Q1, Q2, 2027. So we might have to wait a year, and this might just be a fake out, or we might have one last hoorah, and then it might be a shit show to the bear market, right into the bear market. So it's really only two options, and hopefully you just get it right. And I'll see you in the next, 4 or 5 years. This is long term, but the bull market will start again officially in 2027. So even if it is, and it's a fake out, be prepared for 2027 to 2030. Okay, I'm out. All right, have a good one.